unbelievable. It's like something out of the apocalypse.
From the front of the vehicle where I've smashed the zombies.
Why somebody with such a nice modern van like this feel the need to fit security locks? And that's what we're going to touch on later on when the weather calms down a little bit.
No passengers are left in this vehicle overnight.
So Becky's just turned up and she's getting attacked by these rather friendly dogs, and these dogs belong to none other than Roger, aka Fat DJ.
Hello, Bill.
And his van, if you stand back a little bit, take a look at his van. I mean, it's raining a bit right now, but it's identical to mine. I'll quickly go in here, out of the wind. You don't mind, do you, Roger?
Oh, you get your...
Right, here we go. Look at this. So nice. He's done such a good job. It's a little bit messy, but it's lived in. He's just had his first night of full-time van life. But this is the thing I want to show you. Look at the side outs. He's done a fantastic job. It's amazing, this fan. And the ceiling fan, believe it or not, is a radiator fan that is adapted for his ceiling. It's a car radiator fan and it works superbly. He's just showed me how it works. It's got a speed controller. I'm not going to play with it because I don't want to break anything. Absolutely fantastic. Ooh. Yep, keep banging me head. Nothing changes, even in other people's vans. I still bang me bloody head. He's got an oven, and I said to Roger earlier, the one reason I don't have an oven in my van is because I know if I had an oven, I'd be doing nothing but cooking pizzas and roasting potatoes. One winter of having an oven in my van would definitely see me not fitting in my wetsuit in the following summer. So it's a bit windy. There's Roger's van. There's Roger, aka the DJ. And it's rather adorable, little puppy dogs. Look at these. You are excitable, aren't you? Well, that was Roger the Fat DJ. Now we're heading back over to my van, which is just over this side of the car park. And my new neighbour is Griff. And I do believe that Griff has been busy cooking. He's been cooking away all morning. He's such a gentleman. Look at this. This is what I love about van life, is the people. This is Griff. And look at the breakfast he's cooked for everyone. What an absolute legend.
I know, you've been working hard for ages. Look at that.
Take a look at his van. I'll take a quick walk around this van. I've never known any guy to have so many different types of gadgets in their van. But more about that later. Look at his bike. Looks like a motorbike, but in fact, it's electric. The best thing is, take a look at his van. It is unbelievable. It's like something out of the apocalypse. I'll show you inside in a minute. There's something really great in there. Look at this. Have you ever seen such a gnarly looking van? Oh, here we go. Somebody's filming me.
Hello. Filming the man in action here in the van. How are you?
Good.
Windy today.
Yeah.
I've been on a boat in here. Brilliant.
This is Julian. Now Rebecca has done a video all about Julian's van. It is pretty amazing. I'm not going to show you inside right now. To see the full van tour of Julian's van, you'll have to check out Rebecca's channel. But we will come and talk to Julian later on, because he's got something that I think everyone should be aware of, especially if they own a nice new Flash Sprinter just like Julian's. The one thing that I noticed as soon as Julian parked next to us was these security locks, and I thought to myself, why somebody with such a nice modern van like this feel the need to fit security locks? And that's what we're going to touch on later on when the weather calms down a little bit. That's if you don't mind.
Yeah, of course, come in by all means.
So I think you've got an important message to share with everyone that's got one of these Sprinters regarding security.
Yeah.
Like I say, we'll talk about that later on in this video. Let's get back to Griff. I'm going to show you Griff's. I haven't asked his permission, but I'm going to show you anyway. Look at this. No, I want to show everyone his garden. Look at that. Have you ever seen such a thing? He's got Godzilla, a tank, and a little cactus garden. Who's this guy here? Is this you?
There's a few soldiers here. I reminisce about the days.
Yeah, I think it's great.
And if you haven't figured it out already, Griff is actually ex-army. Thank you, sir, for serving the country.
Yeah.
You're an absolute legend and a gentleman for sure.
Pleasure, mate.
Look at that. Absolutely love this van. And yes, it is all-wheel drive. When I first saw this bike, I actually thought to myself, that is very Steve McQueen. Well, you've met the neighbours, now it's time for breakfast.
Got some of this?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like
It's blood from all my enemies.
yes. From the front of the vehicle where I've smashed the zombies in.
Lush. Zombie sludge.
Yeah.
So this is what the Griffmobile is when he's not out killing zombies. It's actually a pancake shop.
Right, I'm going to stop filming and enjoy some food. Thanks, Griff.
No worries.
So as promised, I've come back here to talk to Julian about the security on his quite new Sprinter and why Julian feels the need to fit these locks on such a modern vehicle. And not only that, Julian revealed something which really shocked me, and I really do think it's something that you guys would really appreciate if I shared it with you. So Julian, why did you fit these security locks?
So it's funny, people do say, why have you got security locks on such a new van? Surely they have locks. Now, for me, it's more about peace of mind. It's another preventative from people wanting to actually get into your vehicle. The same as having a steering wheel lock, a pedal lock as well. It's just extra peace of mind. They are really robust. It does make it harder for anyone to try and get in. Obviously, people might then say, well, can't people get in through the window? Which, I mean, if someone wanted to, they can, but there's risks with that, because if you break a window, you're going to have to climb in, you'll potentially cut yourself, it's hazardous. So for us, we wanted them just for that extra peace of mind, knowing that we can leave our dog in here, but more importantly, which I'll show you in a bit under the bonnet, there's a main reason why we actually got these installed, because these are manual, so we can't remotely unlock these. We do have to go around and lock these as you would with a house. I'll show you the lock itself first. So first of all, we had these installed by a company called Edlock. They're based in Loughborough and they offer nationwide fitting. Really lovely company. And funnily enough, the guy who owns it is called Ed, and it's a family-run business. He still works for the business. Really nice people. Honestly, rate them. Check them out. I do have a discount code as well, which I'll give to Mel to share on the screen with you guys, so you can get discount on the locks. But with their locks, what Ed has actually done, he's designed his own locks. So rather than just going to a supplier and having one lock made by one supplier, he sourced components from different suppliers and pieced together what he feels is a strong, robust lock. The particular locks that we have on our van are hook locks, and I'll show you what that is. Let's unlock it first of all, because I think we locked it when we went out today. So these are different types of metal. It's a metal alloy, and it's just tougher than your average deadlock metal. And this is a hook lock, so this lock actually hooks down into the body of the frame, of the van, and it actually stops people from being able to jar the door up and down. They've done a nice plate finish as well, nice and tidy. It's all been primed and painted as well. But as I said, the parts they use are specifically sourced to try and make the lock as strong and as durable as possible. They did actually do a brake test in front of Heidi and I against competitor locks, and this lock honestly was tougher than the other competitor locks. For obviously legality reasons, they can't actually publish that, but we have seen firsthand a smash test with a sledgehammer, just to see how tough these are. This is how it looks on here. So this is just another bracket again. It's just extra protection, and it stops the door from being able to be pulled open and jarred up so easy. So that is the lock itself, but let me show you the real reason why we got these installed. A lot of people online, or you'll see loads of videos of vans being broken into. These are able to get into new vans, keyless vans, in a matter of seconds, no hassle, and they don't break a window, they don't do anything in particular. So when I was at Edlock, I asked them this question, because I was like, well, how do people get in, you know? Just wanted to be sure. And to my surprise, it's so easy. It really is. If only you knew just how easy it was. So underneath the van is a big gap, so you can lay underneath on your back, you can get a rod. Now these levers are operated by a pull cable, so once you pull it, it unlocks. So what thieves do is they get underneath, they hook the cable and they pull it. That then releases the lock system, so they're able to pop the bonnet. So once they've done that, let's just secure this, we don't want any injuries. Okay, so once they've popped the bonnet, they've got everything exposed. The main thing being exposed is the ECU. Now the ECU is normally just screwed in, and it's just got two cables, I think, maybe just the one cable that plugs into it. Now all you need to do is remove those cables, unscrew it, take out the ECU. Thieves then have their own ECU with their own program key to that ECU. They literally do a swap over, screw the new one in, plug the cables in, and unlock the van using their keys that they have with them. Now, my guess is that they could probably use that from a scrap vehicle, from a scrap Mercedes, take the security system or the ECU and the key lock system, and it's literally just a replace. So, Edlock kindly fitted an ECU lock grid box for us. It's a security box. So basically, these screws are designed to snap if anyone tries to remove it, so it makes it really tough and difficult for thieves to try and get in. So this is our ECU here, this is where it is, and as I said, you just need to pull out the cables and unscrew it, put in a new one, and hey presto, your keys for your ECU that you've just put in will unlock the van and give you full access to the van. You'll be able to drive it as if it was your own van, as if you purchased it. So for anyone that has a new vehicle that's a keyless system, I highly recommend doing your research and finding out if you can get something like this with snap bolts, snap-off bolts, just to give you that extra level of protection. So that explains why we've got the hook locks on the doors, just because if anyone was to somehow swap the ECU, it's just another level of protection to make it even more difficult for them to be able to get into the van. Oh, by the way, I've got one more thing I'd like to show you guys, if that's all right, Mel.
Yeah, go for it.
Cool.
So now something really interesting about Julian, other than he's now standing in my van because of the wind, is that he's actually developed his own app, and he's offered me a world first exclusive on my channel to talk about this app that this young man has developed, and I really think you're going to find it interesting. So I'm going to hand you over to Julian and give him a couple of minutes to plug his app. Take it away, Julian.
Well, firstly, what a privilege it is to be stood in your van, the infamous Big Van Small World van. So I will tell you more about the app called NOIMACKI. So as Mel mentioned, this is a very exclusive video. This is something that hasn't really been pushed too much to an audience or a user base just yet. So you guys are getting a very special treat today, and it's only because the app is almost ready to hit the market. We're almost ready to hit beta testing, which Mel was also going to be testing along with Becky. So yeah, we are ready to almost release it to you guys to really have a play around and be part of something exciting. So the idea from the app called NOIMACKI came about from my partner's and mine experience, both of our experience as van lifers. We have been doing van life for about a year, and one thing that we wanted more of was to meet new van lifers and engage with other people, engage with like-minded people, find new places. So we thought, well, actually, you know, there's potentially a bit of a gap in the market here. When we were building our van, we noticed that it was quite difficult to find information. You could ask on forums, on Facebook and so on, but it could take a bit of time to get a response, so you could be looking around for hours. So NOIMACKI focuses around the community. It's about myself, Mel, about everyone watching this video. It's about everyone coming together and creating this hub. And NOIMACKI actually means, it's a Japanese saying, which means where a wanderer is guided by his or her sense of freedom. So there is meaning behind the name NOIMACKI. And this is the app itself. So we are doing a screen recording, so it will be on the screen so you guys can see it nice and clearly. What we are doing, what I'll show you, sorry. So here is the home screen. So this is basically everything you're going to see. Oh, it doesn't help if you turn off your screen. So this will be your home screen. So when you first log on, this will be everything. This is a point of interest map. At the moment, there isn't much content on there, obviously, because we are still developing the app, and we will be adding places as we go. But there's a bit more coming up soon that I'll tell you about. So this is how the points of interest will look on the bottom of the screen. You'll be able to scroll along it will have a small thumbnail so you can see what the space looks like. Now, when people in the community are listing the points of interest, we ask for things such as a bit of a description. So, you know, are there height restrictions, width restrictions, what type of vehicle is it ideal for? We also ask for a few photos just so that it makes it more engaging and gives you, the user, more of an idea as to what it looks like. So we have a little add POI function up top. Now, if you're a pro member, you'll be able to tailor the app to your vehicle. So you'll be able to enter your vehicle specifications, the height, the width, the length, whether it's a touring caravan, and the points of interest that you, the users, list. You answer a series of questions, and this information is stored within those points. So if you have a vehicle that is too big for a specific park up, the app will not show you that point of interest because it's not relevant to your vehicle. More importantly, if you, the user, do list a point of interest and we accept it on the back end, it goes through a moderation process. We check it all, we make sure there's a description, we make sure there's photos. If it isn't all the information that we think is that if we think it's lacking some information, we'll probably ask you for just a little bit more detail, just because we want it to be useful for everyone else. It's sometimes good, you know, it's okay to say, okay, there's a great parking spot here, but sometimes you want the visuals, you want a bit more description, a bit more detail. So we might come back to you and say, hey, can you let us know more? If we accept your point of interest, we give you 1 point, and that's 1 point for every point you list. And for every 10 points you collect, you will achieve a new level. So on my page right now, I'm a level 1. Once I've listed 10 points on the map, I will become a level 2. And for every time you achieve a new level, you'll be rewarded, whether it's a gift voucher or as you go higher, it might be a free membership. It is a reward-based system for listing these points, so there is an incentive to want to contribute. More importantly, we're going to be networking with campsites, and we already have a few campsites that want to feature on the app. It is also a campsite booking engine, so if you do need to book a campsite, you'll be able to do it directly through the app. So you won't need to go externally, you can do everything from this one app. Obviously at the moment we haven't got campsites on there just yet because we're still finalising the internal testing. So this is what the spots will look like, and again, this may change from what you may see later down the line slightly in terms of the design, but it's got an image, you've got a review down the bottom, so obviously reviews are very important. It tells you what type of vehicles it's suitable for, whether there's any facilities nearby. So I did a dummy one for where we are right now, and I've listed toilets and trash disposal, and obviously the rate down the bottom. So it is quite simple, very user friendly. We've made it as simple as we can for people of all ages and abilities. That's important to us, that anyone and everyone should be able to use this. Now, if you favorited a spot by hitting the favorite icon in the top right hand corner, you have a favorites button down here on the left. So anywhere that you favorited, whether it's a campsite or a spot, it will show up on the favorites section. Now this is where everything began. This is the whole idea. So we have a community board or a community page, and it works very much like a basic social media platform, and obviously our intentions aren't for this to become a social media platform. It's more of a networking tool. So we have a near you community, and at the moment, because we don't have any users near me, it's all done regionally. So if there was someone that posted something online and they were nearby to me, it would show me who's posted something nearby to me. So if Mel said, hey guys, I'm in the area, does anyone want to meet, it would show up on the near you feature. So I'd be able to see that Mel wants to meet people and hang out. And on the global community, again, people will be able to see Mel's comment from abroad. So if he put up a different comment and said, hey guys, I've got a real problem with my plumbing, can anyone help? Hopefully someone within the community can just simply comment below with either an article or a link just down below and say, hey Mel, I found this great article, it really helped me, it might help you. So the idea with this is that we all work together, we help each other, we talk, it's a tool for people to be able to meet and engage with each other. So you've got your favorites icon, your community icon, you've got your home icon down at the bottom, and obviously you can search for locations on where you want to go. The other key thing to note as well is that we have Google Satellite View in there as well, so if you are in a particular spot and you want it to be accurate, you can pinpoint it when you're listing the point of interest using Google Satellite. We've got the page store, so we've got a store on here. So this is our, at the moment, again, random images, so please ignore whatever on the screen. It's just we're trialing different things. we will be selling products on the store, things such as portable battery banks. We've already networked with some companies out there. We've already networked with other security brands who we've already discussed. So there are people and brands who would already like to feature on the app. So hopefully sooner rather than later we'll have all of that live and active for you guys. And this is your basic profile page. This is what you see yourself. So this is how mine and Heidi's profile looks. So we've got at the Vast Way up there, a brief description about us. You can actually have a live link which takes you to some other content of yourselves. The internet isn't great here, but this is basically a link that I have to another website of ours. Oh, there we are, it's loaded. So I use another website just to be able to list some other additional content of ourselves. So you have a live link, really helpful. You can also, one other key feature that I wanted as well. So let's just say, you know, we saw this post here and it was someone saying, this is a great fridge, go and check it out. You can actually click save. And when you click save, it saves that post and it saves it to your dashboard in the background. So I can see that that post has been saved, and it means that I can always refer to it at any point. And obviously you can unfollow it at any point. You can follow the user. So for someone like Mel, he might want to use this as a tool just to share some of his photos and videos to an actual community of people rather than potential people who aren't van lifers. It's just another great tool to market your own content if you want to. Again, you've got your like function, your follow, unfollow. You can view someone's basic profile. So that is really the key elements of the app. And as I mentioned, the idea is that everyone comes together and we all build on this amazing community. It's a platform for myself, Mel, yourselves, to be able to make this something special. A few more things before I forget. I didn't show you the filter menu. So this is our filter menu. So for the campsites, you'll be able to use a drop down selection, choose the relevant filters, sub filters that you apply to you and that you want. You know, awnings allowed kind of thing. And again, this information is input by the campsites, so all of the information that they're inputting correlate to everything on the map itself. And we'll just show you last but not least, still working my way around it. So you can post up there at the top, very simple and easy to use. We've got our favorites, home screen, and let's just go here. So one of the other things as well, we had Wi-Fi signal strength as well. So if you do work remotely and you do need the internet, when people are inputting the points of interest, you will also be able to see what they've rated the signal like at that particular spot. So again, for someone like Heidi and myself who need the internet, we can find a spot based on internet strength. So that is pretty much it really. I mean, it doesn't get any more complex than that. We try keeping it as simple and user-friendly as possible. There are options to be able to submit requests, such as, you know, if you have a great feature that you'd like to introduce, you'll be able to email us directly via the app, contact us, and don't be afraid as well, once the app's live, don't be afraid of suggesting something, because as mentioned, it's about listening to what the community wants, and we're already thinking about version 2 of the app and some of the features we want on there. So yeah, let us know in the comments below what you think. Leave a comment below. Be great to get some feedback, and again, keep your eyes out. If you go on to NOIMACKI.io, I'll make sure that Mel puts that on the screen, NOIMACKI.io. If it isn't live at the time of this video, you'll be able to enter your email address and you'll be added to a subscribers list, and we'll notify you once the app is live.
And I'll put a link in the description as well.
Yeah.
So I've got to ask.
Information overload.
Yeah. That's a lot of stuff to take in.
Yeah,
and I will put a link in the description of this video to your Instagram. Is that okay?
Yeah,
you can find Julian on Instagram, and you've got a YouTube channel as well.
Yeah, we've got a YouTube channel. So our Instagram handle is Instagram/TheVastWay. You can search us on YouTube as The Vast Way. So VAST. It stands for Van Adventures, Snapshots and Travel, which encompasses everything around our lifestyle. So The Vast Way.
And another thing that Julian does is wedding photography and videography as well. So if you're thinking of getting married anytime soon, then get in touch with Julian and Heidi.
Yeah, bit of everything going on right now, but hey ho, we we work on the road and it works for us. So
yeah, and they do live full time in their van, and it allows them to travel the country doing their job and what they're passionate about.
Yeah.
And I've got to ask, how long did that app take you to develop?
Oh, so I actually looked a couple of weeks ago. So on the 6th of September 2021, I started brainstorming on a piece of software, some ideas and concepts, and from there the branches just grew and grew, and before you know it, it kind of developed into what you've just seen there. So 6th of September 2021 is the first day that I started mind mapping, and today's current date is the 24th of June, so it's been about 9 months in the making. So yeah, it's really, you know, all in all it's about a year's worth of hard work, because there was a bit of ideas and concepts before this, and then if you are interested in potentially releasing an app, the company I've gone with are called Ducker Software. They're an amazing company, very good company, very nice people, and I'd be more than happy to answer any questions as well. A few people have asked me since I've done this, where do you start? How do you get started? Because people always go, oh, this would be a great app, but no one knows where to start. And now, having done the process, I'd love to help people achieve their dream and do something they're passionate about. So please don't be a stranger. Message us on The Vast Way, leave us a comment on YouTube or Instagram, and I'll be more than happy to help.
So there you are, thanks for watching this video, and thank you, Julian, for all your hard work.
You're very welcome, that's all right.
You must have put hours and hours of man hours. Like,
yeah.
Man hours that have gone into that. It
say.
must be incredible. I wish you all the success
Thank you, I
with your
appreciate
new
it.
app.
No worries, thank you.